So when was the last time you guys were in a confessional booth?
Never.
Uh,
Not ever that kind of Christian. And now I'm Jewish. So
yeah, I know, never. No, I'm thinking there
I've
was
only
that
seen him
time
in
where I saw
movies.
the Kurgan, but uh,
Only seen
I
him in
decided not
movies.
to confess. Yeah. Basically, that's it.
I
Yeah.
was about to say this might be the first time we've ever seen a character in a confessional booth in one of our main feed movies. Like we came really close back there in Highlander, but
Mhm.
Right. It
first
was
time
right
for
there.
everything.
Is this our first?
Not.
Is it? This is not our first monk, but it's a monk.
Hmm.
It's not a monk. It's a priest.
It's a monk, isn't he? Is he a father? Isn't he are they
I don't know the
monks?
difference.
Yeah, I don't know the difference either. Like he's wearing the brown robes. I think that makes you a. I mean, I think a monk is a priest.
Is a friar?
Oh, I
A
don't know.
monk is a priest.
Oh,
How
we
about a
should look that
pastor?
up. Well,
Yeah,
luckily we don't do a podcast about it, and there is nothing I need to look up. So let's hit
Fuck you,
it.
church boys.
Fuck you, church boys. Come to me and confess your sins, for I am Father Jonathan of Swordboys, and I'm here with my two confessors.
that's right. I'm Rick.
Oh, you don't have a title?
No, I'm just I'm lowly choir boy or whatever the lowest rung is.
Are you an altar boy?
There we go.
Oh Lord.
Well, then, since you didn't take it, I am the other R name on the podcast, so I will be Reverend Robin.
Nice. Well, because I just looked it up, and monks are there are three classes. They're monks, priest, monk, priest, brothers, brothers,
How about the Shaolin monks?
and then there's always the fighting monks.
Yep.
Yeah, I always like a monk. I like a battle monk in D&D and those type of games. I enjoy a monk. They're usually pretty fun because they're kind of because they sneaky, but they do damage, DPS. That's what
And
I
they're
want.
fast. They're very
Yeah,
fast.
and
Uh,
they just go in, dart in, and dart out.
Speaking of things that go by quickly, we are talking about Cut 4 today. It starts at 51 minutes, 49 seconds and goes until 1 hour, 4 minutes, 59 seconds.
Got
It begins with Alejandro seeking sanctuary from Fray Felipe, and it ends with Alejandro and Diego crashing Montero's party in disguise.
I really thought when I was looking at the makeup of the town, I thought that the barracks was really far away, but now it seems to now be just kind of in the middle of the town. The town has their big thing, and they have a church. Well, of course they have a church. Everybody's got a church in this point.
Gotta have
Yeah,
a church.
it's really funny because
Got to have your whiskey only bar.
since we're doing this a cut at a time, when he comes out of the church later in this cut, I'm like, oh yeah, there's that place. The barracks are on fire. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, like when he runs in, it doesn't seem like he's anywhere near it, and then he
I don't
goes
see
out. And
any
there's like
flame
still fire.
shadows or
There's still
yeah.
fire flickering. It's very Pirates of the Caribbean. I loved it. This the most attractive that both of these two characters are in this scene? I mean, they are extremely attractive.
Are you
The
talking
lighting,
about Alejandro and Fray Felipe when
yeah,
Alejandro comes up
yep,
behind and puts his hand over his
yeah.
mouth?
I'm talking about Fray Philippe.
They're so close.
Yes.
What is this
Oh,
Frey? I
I
didn't
love
catch
that
the name.
he's going to introduce himself, and Fray Philippe's like, "I know who you are, Zorro. You look great, by the way." That's awesome.
Yeah, he looks completely different from
Yeah.
whatever history this guy seems like he has some history with Don Diego as Zorro,
Mhm.
and like
If anybody's
it's-
going to believe that someone lived forever and didn't age, it's going to be a freaking priest.
He doesn't get out much. He doesn't,
No.
he's not keeping up with his pen pals or anything like that.
No.
it looks
no.
like you've Benjamin buttoned. Well, in fact, I was in Benjamin Button.
Now,
But that's
now,
a different
Jonathan, you've
story.
watched a bunch of other Zorro stuff in the past. Like this character, he should be a recurring character in the lore, right?
No, there's not a ton of priests in the lore. Like, I think, I mean, we barely get him in this movie. We get him for this. We see him later. I know he's taken to the spoilers gold mine later. I'm pretty sure he's one of the people working there along with Three Finger Jack. Spoilers: Three Finger Jack isn't dead.
What?
He's now Two Finger Jack.
He does
But,
act like Coulson meeting Captain America, though. She's like, oh, Zorro.
Oh yeah, he fanboys. I've got
Well, I guess
playing cards. I've got trading cards of yours. They're in mint condition, little slight felting on the edges.
Coulson played it cool, but he's more of an Ant-Man.
Mm.
Also, hey, Fryer, how about a little heads up that there's already somebody in the booth, jackass. So he puts him in, he makes him hide in the confessional. And Elena is there.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the construction of this booth, and I never truly realized that, like, there's a little enclosed box where the priest sits, and that's where Alejandro got shoved in. And then I guess the part where the confessors sit, there's one on either side, and there's like a little like screen, so if you're looking at it straight on, you can't see who's sitting there.
Yeah,
but
and the
it's
people
not enclosed.
No, and the people in the confessing have lights behind them so that the confessor can not see the confessed to priest, I guess, in theory. Look, I've seen this is not my first time with an altar in a movie, and I'm pretty sure you can see the person, but whatever. That's okay. It gives a veil of secrecy. Let's go with that.
I'd like to say, I mean, Rick, you said Jonathan watched some Zorro stuff. I actually, in the past, between cuts, I watched the 1920s Mark of Zorro and the 1940s Mark of Zorro, and this scene is pretty much in Mark of Zorro from the 40s,
nice.
which is the superior one, by the way.
Yeah, I know that one's that. I know that it's in the original ones, but like new stuff, they don't go with the priest stuff as much. I think because I don't know,
too woke.
Too woke. People don't like religion as much in movies.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Robin, because from what I was reading, like I haven't gone back and watched the Mark of Zorro or anything like that, but my understanding was that Fray Philippe was kind of like the Commissioner Gordon to Zorro's Batman. Like he knew who Zorro necessarily was, and he kind of like helped him out from time to time from like the inside or something like that.
Yeah, I don't really remember a priest in that movie. Maybe there was.
Did they have a name? Did they have a name in the other movies?
Maybe it was a different one.
Do you remember if there was a name?
A name of a priest?
I'd
have to IMDb it. I have no idea.
But I mean, what did you notice? Like one, like when you're like, oh, okay, they named this guy. Because I have a feeling there's going to be like no name people, because peasants help him all the time. That's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
I was surprised you found the name Fray Philippe, because I didn't even see that in the IMDb credits.
Really?
Is that like in the script or something?
Because it's definitely in the IMDb credits, at least that I've seen.
I'm just looking at the wrong Zorro casting crew. Like, did you know Ricardo Montalban is in this? No.
So Elena is going to confess her sins. She has broken the fourth commandment. He's like, oh, you killed someone?
Did he really think that this beautiful woman has murdered somebody?
Well, he's an idiot. Remember, he's an idiot. He's not learned in any way. He knows nothing about it, and he's not religious. So, that's hard to not be. It's hard to not be religious at this time. Mm-hmm. So you have to really try to not be religious.
I mean, did you see how ornate that church is, like outside and in? I'm wow, that's where all the money's been going.
Yeah, they got that Vatican money.
Yeah,
they still have that Vatican money.
Yeah.
But as Elena clarifies, she hasn't murdered anybody. That's not the fourth commandment. The fourth commandment is honoring your father and mother. And I'm guessing that her feeling special tingles about this masked horse robber that she ran into is somehow dishonoring her father, because he wouldn't want her associating with a lowly, bandito guy. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, she gets those Elena tingles.
It's really funny because he's really funny in this. Alejandro is his lines are all like, "Oh, was he ruggedly handsome?"
Yeah,
she's like, "What?"
He was wearing a mask. I don't know.
Tell me more.
She was. It made his eyes captured her. It made her warm and feverish. Which
that's how I feel when Antonio Banderas walks in the room too.
Is this the horniest confessional scene? Let's go over our confessional scenes. How horny were each of them?
No. It's the horniest one that we've seen, but I remember there's is it Euro Trip where the kid
they bang in the confessional.
Yeah, he goes to the Vatican and him and his European
there's no
girlfriend
confession given. He and Mika, get it on. I just saw that like a month ago. So yeah.
And there's like
Okay.
an old lady on the outside of the confessional who's like egging them on.
And then her ass goes into the window.
See, if
Or his
confessional,
ass. I don't know whose ass it was. It was an ass.
if confessional boys did rank this, they would have to say like, oh, well, it's not really a confessional movie because confession wasn't given in Eurotrip.
Oh, one confession at
Doesn't
a time?
count.
Ooh, what
Doesn't
an
count.
interesting subgenre of our movies. Only watch movies with confessions. Okay.
Gosh. I was genuinely curious if there was some sort of like punishment that came along with impersonating a priest in a confessional. And apparently, no.
I'm sure there is.
Really?
Nothing I could find was like there's no formal like law against it. It's just the person who confesses to the false priest would then have to like go to a real priest and like reconfess so that way it actually counted. And like that's the biggest downside is like so if if someone like from like headquarters came to inspect the church and found Alejandro in there, he'd get a slap on the wrist and probably dragged out there by his ear, but that's probably the worst they do to him.
Well, luckily, Rick, there's a list of the 26 films involving confessions, diaries, and or both.
Nice.
And they're all kind of the same thing. They're all like one's called Confessions, one's called Confessions of a Call Girl, one's called Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. And I was kind of like, wait, does that have a confession in it, or is it because it has the word confession in the title? The one I want to see is Confessions of a Sexist Pig from 1998.
Okay.
That one looks good.
How did it do against the Mark of Zorro, the Mask of Zorro?
I don't know.
Same year.
Probably not great, although it has a 4.8 on a rating.
Put it on the wheel.
Okay. I don't think it has a sword. Confessions of a Window Cleaner. So they're all like basically there's no like I was looking up. I'm sure if we looked it up, there would be a lot more movies with confessions. This seems like a list that just has the name confession.
Yeah, exactly. AI put that list together, I think.
Yeah.
I'm betting the Bells of St. Mary's, a classic, probably has it because I'm pretty sure Bing Crosby is a priest. I think.
Sleepers. Remember Sleepers?
Yeah.
That was a fun movie.
So anyway, she confesses to being horned up for him. He's like, cool.
Yeah.
You should definitely bone him.
At the end of this confession, he's looking like really like happy, like, oh my God, like this beautiful woman. And so it kind of brings me to think, like, do you guys think that Alejandro was popular with the ladies in his previous life, or he's got this new Zorro confidence?
He's popular with like gross women.
Yeah, he played second fiddle to his brother.
Oh, you think his brother was the one that? Because it seemed like his brother was the one with smarts. Even though Alejandro's not dumb, he's kind of a buffoon.
Joaquin was better groomed. He was smarter. He was obviously like the lead brother. Alejandro just he didn't have a chance to like ascend to any sort of prestigious level because he was always in the shadow of his brother. So yeah, in his previous life, he probably, would wingman Joaquin, and Joaquin would like hook him up somehow.
Yeah, his alter ego was Horror. Horror. Did you get that, everybody?
Boo.
Got that one in.
Yeah, so Harrison Love shows up.
I'm good. And he's like, I'm going to search the whole place. And then she walks out.
He says, search everything. The chapel, the loft, the rectory. That's right, men. Get all the way up into that rectory. I don't care if you have to get elbow deep.
It's weird that they have a rectory if there is only one priest. Like, dude, don't you just live? You should just live like in a little room.
It's very spacious for him. He's like, I got a whole rectory all to myself.
I mean, most of these people don't even have a place you could put your hands out and touch the sides of both sides of your house. And he's in the freaking, I mean, I guess this is to accommodate every person in the town. So it's the size of the town. I guess your church is the size of your constituency. Yeah. It's not called constituency.
Plus, he's got to have extra room for when like visiting priests come through town.
Sure.
I think I remember one point Father David was talking about how he can like just call up another church in another city.
He can.
And, like,
he has a car
travel around.
He has a card. Remember, he showed us his card at an event we all went to. He has like a card like that. You were talking about proof. He has a card that proves he's a priest, so that when he goes to like Philly, he could stay in a rectory of some sort, or at a house of a bishop. Like he can stay with people if he's got his card. Yeah, he's like, we actually have cards. I'm like, you have an actual card, like not a card that like says Father David Priest. That'd be weird, but like a card that like basically from the diocese telling them that yes, he is a person of the cloth. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like Diners Club, but for priests.
I do have to wonder how many times Father David has given someone the counsel of basically, you go, girl. You know, take those warm, feverish feelings you've been feeling and just run with them, because that seems like not very priestly advice.
We need, when the next time he shows up, because he's unfortunately we're too late in this. We need to get Father David probably on this and probably talk to him about this and have him. Yeah. Oh, I think he would enjoy this.
There's some questions I definitely have for considering this scene.
Is it like, about Jesus?
No, well, no. Number one, this is the house of God. Like, how many movies have priests that are like, hey, excuse, like that is a line from Highlander, right? This is the house of God. And then
I assume they say this at least twice a week in like regular life, like in an urban environment.
And this
like
is
some dudes over there jerking it in the corner, and you're like, "This is the house of God, please, stop, please, love of God."
Also, love is like, oh, you're out here, so there's no priest in that confessional booth. What if there was another one, like you said with the rectory?
Oh, I guess he knows. He must. I mean, love knows his shit, so he would know.
Love come to town. Love come to town. He don't know how many priests. Why am I talking like this?
Yeah, what is going on here?
He doesn't know.
You're really trying to push through that music reference.
Yeah. I'll be back for calling Dr. Love the Kiss song later.
Yeah. Man, how embarrassing would it have been for him if he had shot through that door and there had just been like a visiting priest in there?
No, like, Father Miguel, no.
Let's just say when the collection plate comes around on Sunday, he better have a sizable donation to fix the hole that he blew in that door.
Oh, this is like our first Batman comparison of many this cut, but he could have put the confessional plate like in his jacket and blocked the bullet and pretended to be dead. Okay, so the only sin would be to deny what her heart really wants, and she's talking about lust this entire time. So are we getting love and lust a little confused, or are they the same thing back in this time?
That's the Wild West.
To Alejandro's like, if you put your hand through this little slot, we can do some stuff. It's not cheating because I'm a priest.
We're doing it for the glory of God.
For the glory of the whole.
A whole. Okay.
Now, those kind of movies, I've seen a ton of those. There's just so many.
Oh, God. How many times have you heard "This is the house of God" in those movies?
Put this in your mouth. It is my body.
Okay,
now we're never getting Father David on.
The last part of this is the structure of the confessional. It's not the most believable escape, I think. Like, what is all of a sudden there's a tarp on the top that he somehow sliced through and climbed over without anybody noticing?
I'm willing to bet that there must be like some sort of chain or candelabra or some sort of thing that, you cut a little hole in the roof and then you climb out that way. Because if he cut a hole in that roof and then tried to like climb out onto the fabric, he just would have like kept ripping the fabric, and then like, Harrison Love opens the door, his legs are kicking out.
Pervert. Stop cutting holes and stuff.
But it's like suddenly he is on the roof. He went from the confessional through that piece of fabric, and now he's on the roof. So
listen, Batman had to get it from somewhere.
Actually, speaking of superheroes, I don't want to leave this church without saying maybe Daredevil's a little Zorro as well. He's
definitely a Zorro. Right? He uses a whip, basically. I mean, the only thing he doesn't use is a sword, but sometimes he does. Like I've seen, there are definitely Daredevil comics where he has a sword because he's taught by the hand, so he has like sword. Because true. Elektra, his girlfriend, she's a sword girl. Oh my God, do we have to do Daredevil? No. The shitty Daredevil. We have to do the shitty Daredevil, don't we?
It all depends. Sword fight.
It depends on if they actually go ahead and use the swords, and it's not just sais and batons.
Do they touch swords? Ugh.
Let's ask Playground Boys.
Yeah, no, that I know that's a meet cute, a weird meet cute, but oh my god, we have to go find that fucking movie and see if we have to add that to the TC Boo.
Or we can just watch Elektra,
Can we not?
Put it on the wheel. Put both on the wheel.
Yeah, so as we said, Alejandro's on the roof, and he is trying to get the attention of the Black Andalusian, and he is going through the different names, kind of like how we did last cut, trying to find one that worked.
First name he uses horse. Just simply horse.
He goes Blackie, Thunder.
Storm, which now we have an X-Men crossover.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these are good names. Now, does he not know that the horse's name? Like, I know the horse's name is not Tornado Dose yet because he hasn't named it. But does he know Zorro's horse Tornado? Like, does he know?
That's part of legend.
Oh,
That's got to be.
yeah.
As a kid, he knew that horse's name.
Is that like someone knowing the Batmobile? Like, not even not knowing who Batman is, you're like, yeah, he drives the Batmobile, just like Wonder Woman drives the invisible jet. Like,
Yeah,
we all
that's
How do you know it's
like,
called the Batmobile? Well, what else
It's-
would you call it?
It's
You know,
just like a kid knowing that
remember
the Lone Ranger
Supermobile
rides a
with the
horse
little
named
fists
Silver.
on the side. Remember the Superman mobile? Oh, with the little fist. That was the
think
fucking
I do.
weirdest. Like the 70s were weird, man.
Yeah.
And at one
That was
point
some
they were like, "Hey,
Migos.
we should make a super." Well, Batman's got a. Remember the Arrow? Remember Arrow had a car. Remember Green Arrow had a car. Like there was a time when every superhero was like shit.
I remember
we
Hulk had a
We
van.
gave Wonder Woman a plane. We gave Batman. Like, why would you give Superman a fucking? But they're like, sometimes Superman goes to places that have red suns, and it had fists on the side, and it could like come out, and he could like grab stuff and do, I don't know, stuff. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's another podcast. Someone else could talk about that dorky shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of leaping tall buildings in a single bound.
Oh yeah. This is a good stunt. They show the whole thing. That dude jumped off a 3-story building and landed on his feet
Yeah.
and fell over. I mean, I would like to see the contraption. Hopefully, please God, tell me the ground is a pad, but also maybe he's wearing something to where his knees can't buckle. You know, like something that kind of, augments you to the point of like you basically hit the ground, but you're literally just gonna fall over anyway because I was like, oh my God, that's gotta fucking hurt.
Gosh.
It doesn't seem like there were wires on him slowing him down or anything.
There were no wires. That was a non-wired. I would like to. There's a show I watch. You watch it too, Rick. The Corridor Crew guys do stunt stuff sometimes. I would love them to talk about these stunts if they know who did that stunt, because that's a dangerous gag to do.
So Antonio Banderas is like 5'9", and that building is like at least 3 times as tall as he is.
If not 4 times taller. Yeah, it's 30 feet. I would say. Wouldn't you say 30 feet up in the air? Maybe?
I estimated like 20 feet.
Okay, that's fine.
So I punched
let's do
that
it in other units. Let's do it in centimeters and or meters for our European. It's like, I don't know, 400 meters. I don't know.
Well, I punched it into a free fall calculator. That's the thing that I found on Google. So it's like, okay, here's the height. Here's how long it took for him to. He in real world physics hit the ground going around 25 miles an hour.
Did it? So did he hit max? Did he attain maximum velocity, or is he just kind of like starting?
Like I don't think he's gone terminal at that point. But he fell for over a second in like movie time. Yeah, which lines up with the free fall calculator I was doing. Yeah, that's really fast to just be tanking that hit with just a little roll.
Because I see when the guy hits, he basically goes down into like a frog crouch.
Yep.
And then jumps back up real quick just to make it, because otherwise it would look stupid. Like if you like went around. So obviously, but it doesn't look, I couldn't see a pad. I'm impressed. It's impressive. Good job. Good job on the stunts. Oh, by the way, the whole town's on fire. I forgot about that.
Oh, there's fire here. Mm-hmm. It's a good distraction when you're trying to escape.
I enjoy the repartee because one, we love horses on this show. So I love that the horse is kind of a snooty. He's a snooty bitch is what he is. Yeah. Floppy. Look, if you're not going to have Father David on, you could fucking have me on about horses every once in a while.
When Zorro said, "I'll find another horse," I was right there. I was waiting.
I was one horse behind him. If he just waited, I would have come up and let him jump on me. Wonder what it feels like to have Antonio Banderas' crotch hit you at 25 miles an hour. I mean, I think Elena wants to know.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's ask Melanie.
Definitely does.
25 miles an hour is going to destroy somebody, though. That's a running. That's that pole vaulter from the Olympics. He's running at you with that thing. You're like, God, come on, man. So yeah, he gets on the horse finally. He does the little Z. Beautiful script, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Or as the Zorro the Gay Blade, it is a 2. It is what people learned how to draw 2s back then. But yeah, he leaves, and oh my God, fucking Don Diego. That he is so fucking cool, and he's just taking his time. He's literally playing Candy Crush, but at this time, Candy Crush is smoking his little cigarillo and whipping sconce lights, candelabra lights, flicking them out one by one with the whip.
I can only imagine that this is what Robin's weekends look like. He's just got like that big joint hanging out of his mouth with a whip in his garage or something like that.
In his cave. Robin has a cave.
Yes. I do have some trivia on this. Martin Campbell did not want to use the Zorro's bullwhip, but Anthony Hopkins said the whip was important and practiced with it daily, learned to manipulate it well enough to film certain tricks, such as the candle scene. But I guess it was
he's not really doing it. He's not really doing it.
He could be.
If he is,
I don't see why not.
Well, because I know they've done this on they've definitely done this on Mythbusters. You know, they always do, whip myths. Mm-hmm. They've 100% said, can you
Merry Whipmyth.
Merry Whipmyth for you.
You there, boy. It's a very Merry Whipmyth.
What day is it? Did I miss Merry Whipmyth? No. Go to the store and buy the largest thing of whiskey you can. But we're in Mexico, sir. Or California.
I have so many limes.
Don't forget the limes and the salt. Merry Whipmyth to all.
So Anthony Hopkins' stunt double, actually, it said here, Alex Green, his name is, and he doubled in Legends of the Fall and The Edge as well. And I guess he made the whip and gave it to Hopkins to use.
Oh, that's cool.
I
know that I've watched, those of us, I think Rick and I watched the same shit. Anybody who's watched it Tested knows that Adam Savage has not only made his own whips, like he likes whips.
He loves
whips. He's a whip myth buster. Whip myth buster.
Do those and chains excite him, or just
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
But at least it is whole when he goes to his hole, which is what he calls his studio, is where he works. He does, like, you can't make one. They're not hard. They're not hard to make if you know how to make them, but they are extremely precise, especially when you get, because it's braided. When you get to the end, like it's one piece of like lots of rope, not rope, leather, whatever the fuck it is. It's long ass pieces that the whip length of it, and they get braided until they are braided into the handle. The handle is also a braided whip. Mm-hmm. I don't understand how it works. That's cool as shit.
It's an incredibly cool, like, art project as well as a tool that you can then use.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, we should talk about this. Have you gentlemen ever owned a whip? I owned a whip. I'm a child of the 80s. So yes, I had a whip.
You did.
And I did whip my own. I like screwed across my eye at one point. Yes, I did do that. And then you hit it so hard and kind of, oh shit, you're like, oh my God, I'm blind.
You didn't
Christmas
just get
story
like your
was correct. Myth was correct. I have now whipped my faith off. But yeah, did you own one? Rick, you got out a whip.
Okay. I, at one point, have had like many things that were like whip-like, sticks with pieces of rope on them.
No, fuck that noise.
Fuck
that noise. That's like saying you have a sword and it's a stick. No, it's either a whip or it's not a whip.
I've never like owned a quality whip.
Well,
which is
Rick,
really disappointing.
you're in luck because guess what's happening for your birthday?
Should I go check the front door right now? No.
Yeah, go check it right now. There will be nothing there. But at some point in the future, Amazon will send you whatever fucking whip I could find. I still
All
haven't
right.
hung up my sword yet. Just so you guys know, I haven't put my sword prominently displayed in the back yet.
Oh.
It's sitting in its box downstairs because I just don't want to stab anybody.
Listen,
Mine is
this
hanging
this
up.
podcast is just an excuse for us to mail each other weapons.
Yes.
That's why we have this. This is the whole point.
As for me, I'm certain I've run across a whip. I've been in plenty of ranches and barns around here. I know I remember picking a whip up and being like scared that I was going to do basically what River Phoenix does in Last Crusade, just whip myself in the face.
I don't understand what kind of barns you're going to. A whip is not a normal tool.
Oh, everybody's got a whip.
I don't know about that.
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
I grew up around farmers and they never had whips. They had pitchforks, tons of pitchforks, and those I know what you did last summer hooks, lots of those. Because those are like how you grab bales of hay.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about like souped up Nissans. What you got? What are you guys talking about?
Okay, Don
with-
Hector.
That's a different show.
Sorry. Fuck those guys.
No, don't fuck those guys. That's
No,
me. One of
no.
them is me. Go listen to the Cast and the Furious if you haven't.
So
Meanwhile, back in the fox's
Yes.
den.
yes, choose your weapon. Did you guys recognize this music? Because holy cow, I think James Horner pulled on his own stuff. What is
Excuse me?
he basically that ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, that whole thing. That's a Star Trek music cue. I'm sorry, I heard that. I was
Oh.
like, what? Play that in your headphones if you can.
And this is because this is Alan Sylvester, right?
No, it's
Or is
James
it-
Horner.
James Horner. Oh yeah, because his shit's
Yeah.
always the same. All
So-
James Horner shit's the same. Like you can always be like, that's Wrath of Khan. Like, you're
Right
just
about
like,
7 minutes 45 seconds. It
Gotcha.
starts up, and it's you can hear it in that whole thing, and I'm like waiting for like Kion. But no, it is definitely a cue he's used in either Star Trek 2 or 3. I'm not sure, but
Okay.
I've definitely heard this before. It made my ears.
I agree.
Perk
I
right
agree. I'm listening to it now. But yes. And then
I got-
Don Diego pulls out a
Yeah.
spoon.
Yes.
Which ties us in with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Because if
Oh, yeah, it's
all
more
connected.
painful. Yeah,
Gonna cut his
that's
heart
true.
out.
well, I love that he's basically giving him shit. He's like, you shouldn't have gone out there. You're impetuous and a fool. And he's
Yeah.
like, well, fuck you. I quit then. He's like, fine, grab your weapon. He grabs his weapon. And then he's like, aha, we got invited to a party. You haven't learned this side of it yet. You've only learned the bit. What movie does this most, like what other superhero had to go through you have to learn this? It's kind of a Batman, although we never see it really. Like Batman had
Yeah.
to learn manners. Like Batman has to be Bruce Wayne. So he has to have a certain
Definitely
level
some
of manners.
rich guy secret identities that I'm sure
I mean, there's
is
always
a
the
studied thing.
if by rich guy you mean the what's her face movie though? What's her Lindsay Lohan, where she switches the Parent Trap.
Friday?
Parent Trap. Remember, she has
Oh,
to
no.
learn like to be in a snooty.
Oh, yeah,
there was
yeah.
a 60s movie called The Parent Trap with Haley Mills. I don't know this other thing. you're
Yeah,
talking
I've
about.
never seen. No, I've unfortunately seen both. Unfortunately, and I think the other one's superior because it's got Steve Gutenberg.
I'll just say,
Just so you guys know, anytime Steve Gutenberg's in a movie, if he's in a movie with a sword, we're fucking watching it because Steve Gutenberg is a treasure.
I bet Steve would raise his sword and go for Lohan.
I don't get it.
yeah. So Anne Hathaway had to learn how to be a princess in the Princess Diaries. I know
yeah,
that
that's
much,
true.
but I don't
But
think
wasn't
she
like
ever.
she
I
had
don't
no
think she ever put
superpowers.
on a mask to fight people.
Yeah,
I don't think that was part of it. I haven't actually seen that movie, so I'm not really.
Oh, you should watch that movie. It's cute.
So I want to get back to why Diego is pissed at Alejandro.
Mhm.
And part of me thinks that he's so upset because he didn't necessarily mean for Zorro's presence to be revealed to the general public just yet.
Right.
Because now that all the guards are like, oh, Zorro's back, then there's a chance that Montero is going to be a little bit more on guard than he was, with thinking that Zorro was dead. But when we get to the end of the conversation, he's talking about going to the party. It kind of feels like he was trying to rile up Alejandro for some reason. I don't know. This whole scene is kind of, the tone shifts wildly from the beginning to the end and the middle and all that other stuff.
I wish we got a charm school montage.
You know what?
Yeah,
I
we
bet
got
you
the
it went to
sword training montage,
It
but
must have gone to the cutting room floor. I bet you there was something because it just goes right to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much
Well,
time's passed?
I forgot to mention Diego whipped Alejandro's makeshift mask
That was cool as
apart.
shit.
That was pretty
Right.
awesome.
That was awesome.
yeah.
Without hurting him, and then he also cut off his. He also whipped off his cape.
Little capelet there. Yeah.
His little costume.
So that's what he did with the charm school scene, and he whipped it and it was gone.
Yep.
Yeah, because we jumped
Right.
right to the party.
Mhm.
And we get a little character work from Don Diego. I enjoy what's his name is in the what's his name?
Bernardo
Bernardo.
is his servant ego. He's clean shaven now. No mustache.
They both
no
are.
goatee.
Oh yeah.
There's
Hair's
if you don't
pulled back.
if you don't notice it, but he also remember Diego. Alejandro also touches his mustache
Mhm.
because that's fake too.
It's all
Because
thin
remember, he
now.
no longer remember when he is this character now. He wears a mustache because later on Zorro's going to be clean shaven for the rest of the movie. So
I think it was in
they're
the
both-
20s version. Like somebody ended the love interest got like a fake mustache like stuck to her forehead accidentally, and it was a whole like funny thing. I forget which one it was, but yeah, it was fake there too.
Yeah, because when he's Zorro, he's clean shaven, but when they switched it. In Zorro the Gay Blade, it's just George Hamilton with a mustache, with a
Right.
little pencil thin mustache the whole time. And his brother Bunny Wigglesworth has to pencil in one.
This movie is definitely missing a character named Bunny Wigglesworth.
Well, his name's Ramon, but that's dead naming him. He now goes by Bunny Wigglesworth. He's in the Navy. Does that help?
Okay.
Like he wears like a HMS Pinafore naval outfit at first because he's coming to see his brother. He's been in the Navy for years. He's just a gay dude in the Navy, which is
Okay.
already pretty great, pretty funny. I'm telling you guys, this movie's gonna be awesome when we watch it.
I can't wait. Hopkins was offered. This is very Alfred. So, and just so you know, for Batman Begins, Hopkins was offered Alfred.
Oh,
I
Master
guess he
Wayne.
turned it down.
Why do we get up, Master Wayne?
I love the overhead shot as they're walking into the party because Anthony Hopkins as Diego as Bernardo whips out the invitation, hands it to the guy, so they waltz right in. Right behind Diego and Alejandro as they're walking into the party, there's another couple. There's a man, a woman, and then a child.
Child, yeah.
And I'm like, what about this party screams, bring your kids?
Oh, I
Like-
hate those people.
Get a nanny, get a sitter, get like a vagrant off the street
Her
to
whole
watch your
fam-
kid
their
and
whole
leave him
family,
at
you know,
home.
lives in that town. You know that town is full of their family. You could easily have pawn him off on somebody.
Don't bring your shitty little kid to a big old house party where there's going to be a ton of adults and alcohol and
And
food
dancing.
because he's just going to be like running underfoot, getting into people's things. No, leave
You know,
him
he's
home.
at the table over in the corner, like with the weirdos.
Bernardo's like, I gotta sit at the kids' table for this. Ugh.
He doesn't even get a table. He's at he's in the servant. He's just like out of a shared bucket. Just, here you go.
Yeah.
Hot soup. Use your hands.
So yeah, we're getting into some Batman stuff because we have the foppish disguise.
Yes.
This, you know, a very Bruce Wayne falling in, sitting in a fountain with two girls kind of thing, but not as. I mean, he's about to get very flirtatious. The Alfred, Bernardo is Alfred, and now we have Montero walking out wearing the Joker's jacket. It's very purple. And wearing a bit too much blush.
Oh,
Perhaps
yeah.
he needed a little.
Do you want to know
maybe-
how I got this blush? Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is definitely fopped up. Which
Mhm.
at the time, I'm sure that the caballeros, gentlemen of the time, were rouging their cheeks and stuff like that because that's
Mhm.
kind of still. He's still from Spain.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's still a high court level. I do enjoy the cocoa. You have it behind you, the cocoa, the red carpet from the bridge that goes across. I love that. Whatever that is, sentiment is considered in Mexican American culture. I love it. I love whatever that is. I don't know what it's called. I know it's just fucking flowers on the ground, but whatever.
But it looks great.
But that, I mean, it would smell fantastic.
Yeah.
So I just assume it's just beautiful.
Well,
Now,
you got to
tomorrow
cover
it's
up
gonna
the
stink
smell
like
of horse
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's everywhere.
I mean, I like how they have, like, if you notice, they have kind of an airlock between, they're like, all right, walk on the flowers for about 20 feet to get away from the horse shit that you've just walked out of.
Yep.
And that little fucking kid behind him.
Yeah. The montage maybe would have cleared. I mean, maybe some of this stuff gets cleared up later, but I'm wondering where he gets this identity from. And he's talking about this Father Don Martello de Castillo taught him etiquette. I mean, is this stuff that Don Diego fed him to say?
Oh yeah. Don Diego's already somehow gotten, he's like, he found the most reclusive Don, or not Don.
And he
but
just
someone-
happened to be called Alejandro as well.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter what the kid is because they don't care because no one knows
Yeah.
the dad. So it's just easier. Look, if you're going to lie, here's what I've learned. If you're going to lie, make 80% of it the truth and then just make the lie the very small part so you can just get by with it.
That's probably
And you start everything like, I'm Fred and I love chicken and I can cook the best. And then you're like, well, where's the lie in that? The lie is everything. So nothing works. So.
Yeah. And Alejandro, he almost slips up. He does that little mention of Queen Isabella back in the Spanish court, like wishing him well or something like that. And Raphael's like, no, they hate my guts over there. They blame me for losing California to Mexico. And he like really like improvs it like, oh yeah, but you know, the Queen knows that wasn't your fault. And I'm like, okay, we're in 1841. Queen Isabella II in 1841 was 11 years old. She was in the midst of her quote minority reign from 1833 to 1843. That there were other regents that were like actually running the court. She would ascend to the throne in 1843 when she turned 13 years old.
But it explains why she might change her mind easily. At 11-year-old, you could be a different mood day to day.
Yeah.
You know,
today I hate Montero. Today I love Montero.
Today I'm going to go watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
12 times in a row.
I have not been K-pop pilled, but I keep hearing about it all the time.
Wait, you have daughters. How have you not watched this yet? How have you not been forced to watch this yet? I have no girls in my family, and none of my children are old enough, like, or they're all older. So, like, I just watched it by myself. It's fantastic. That kid behind them would love it.
Yeah.
And Queen Isabella. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
We can go play in the dirt.
Yep. Now, Alejandro also mentions he's done a little bit of world hopping. He's come to California by way of Paris and Lisbon and San Francisco.
That's not the direct route, by the way.
Right. Yeah. There are faster ways than that progression. But San Francisco was still technically a mission at this point. It wouldn't be fully incorporated into a city for another like 9 years after the scene take place.
Well, that's okay. It's still a port.
Yeah.
And that's where the San Franciscan friars come from.
Right. The San Francisco treat.
And yes, Rice-A-Roni, of course.
Nope. That's when there was a guy there named Roni. He was Don Roni. And he saw what the Mexican Americans were making. He's like, I want to make this easier. I'm going to make it faster.
So now it's
more mas rapid.
Roni. Yeah.
Yep. And it's Rice-A-Roni. It sounds Italian. It's not. Just so you know. Just like Chef Boyardee, not Italian. Actually, I don't know. I think the actual guy was Italian because his name was like Chef Biaggi or something, but they made it Boyardee. Anyway,
easier to pronounce.
Yep. So he is so he comes in like, oh, I've interrupted a party. I'll just go.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things that obviously he sees through. He knows he had a party and did it on purpose, and it would be bad form to not invite him in. So it's perfect. It's the perfect way to get in. And this is Don Diego's really first, like he's within smelling distance of his daughter. This is the first time he's really close. So, you're just watching him looking at the ground when he
What's
really
that for all the
wants
horse shit.
That's horse shit all over my feet. So, they do a fun little. He does a little Don Alejandro does a fun little trick with the rose. He kind of Tom Cruises it.
There is nothing women love more than close up magic.
Mm-hmm.
They go for that
It's been
all
proven
the time.
Time and time. Yes.
We
Absolutely.
all three have ladies.
Women
So
and Harrison Ford.
It must be true because I do it all the time.
Yep.
Mine's mostly what's that smell? Can you guess it? It's less of a magic trick and more like a mystery, but it's fun.
Like
We enjoy
what's
it.
in my mouth, right?
What's in my mouth or what's in this hole?
Before I'm sorry, Rick, go ahead.
He obviously did the appearing rose trick, but he also could have done reaching out to her face and doing, oh, look, I've got your nose, and I put it back.
Or pull a coin out of her
The
ear.
disappearing thumb, the thumb that gets separate. Oh,
Is this a peso behind your ear? Oh, there you go.
The second he pulls a rabbit out, everybody's
As long as he
freaking
doesn't-
out.
As long as he doesn't do the one with like the infinite scarves out of his mouth, that's not cool.
And he starts like pretending to sneeze them out.
Perhaps you
Oh,
would like to
no.
play some cards, then he just starts vomiting up a deck of cards.
Man came to our party tonight and he shit out 500 scarves. It was amazing.
But before the magic trick though, I do love that Al gets a smile, an actual smile out of Don Diego when he just pulls off like what I wrote down is perfect fop, right? He says, "Oh, Alta, this place is great for a man with vision." And Alejandro's like, "Well, but actually I'm a man in search of a vision." Like he's just like this, like he's so like rich and vain. He's looking to do something important, but not really do a lot of work about it. Just throw some money at it, I guess. So I thought that was kind of perfect, like bland rich guy behavior.
There's a lot of good acting decisions that Anthony Hopkins is making in the background here, because not only do we get that little wry smile, every time Don Raphael is like looking elsewhere or is reading something or is not looking anywhere close to where Diego is sneaking looks. Like he's looking at Elena, he's looking at Don Raphael, and every time Don Raphael has pointed his face at Diego, eyes are down. Like perfect, like servant behavior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he better. He's in the presence of a Don. I was actually just rewriting the scene, and I see that Bernardo seems to almost like hand an invitation to somebody walking through the door, even though he doesn't have. He hands a piece of paper or something to the guy.
The invites have gone out.
It's invites. It's an invite.
But these guys are pretending that they're walking in going, "Oh, we just arrived in town."
Well, it's probably just has his name on it and says, "I'm coming to pay court to Don Raphael." Like it's not an invitation. He didn't mimic the invitation because that would be that would go against the thing. But it was like handing him some fancy people
Papers.
do this thing. Yeah, papers.
And then Elena goes says, like, "What is your favorite WB show?" And Alejandro goes, "Charmed." And how about the whole thing where he doesn't kiss her hand? He just kind of looks at it and then hands it back. Is that I'd love to know what kind of etiquette that is. Like, when do you smooch the hand? When is it okay for you to smooch the hand? When is it not okay where you just kind of look at it?
I mean, breathing on the hand, that's first base.
Kissing
the
that was
hand
that
is
was
like
an
third
interesting
base.
Thing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Tray space.
Right.
The only other note I have for this week that has nothing to do with the scene, I actually was doing some Zorro researching, and I found a 2012 report. I think it was Hollywood Reporter. They were reporting that Gael Garcia Bernal is going to be in Zorro Reborn, and with I think Banderas' blessing. It's and the only difference is they're going to reboot Zorro, and it's going to take place in the future.
So it's going to be
Future Zorro.
it's going to be Zorro, but then he like runs up into some evangelicals and he like accepts Jesus anew and becomes reborn. I gotcha.
Sure. Yeah. It's one of those things. Yes.
But yeah, it's a really good scene because this is, this is another one of the reasons. And Robin, you tell me, you've seen probably more older Zorros than I have.
Yeah.
How often is Don Diego get to be like in most Zorro movies? Don Diego is a main character, I would say, more than like a Bruce Wayne is. In most Batman movies, Bruce Wayne is literally on screen 4 minutes, 8 minutes, the whole movie. Like you see him, but there's very little. Whereas I believe in most Zorro movies, Don Diego is a character because there's always the rich Don is always working with, getting information from the fucking bad guys. But Zorro's the one who does the work. So it's like he's like, but he's, you know what I mean? It's a little more full as a character. Whereas, Batman is the guy who does all the stuff. Bruce Wayne very rarely doesn't find out shit and then act on it.
I will say, like, okay, so the Tyrone Power one, that like my favorite one besides this one, I would say it starts off in Spain and Don Diego is doing amazing sword tricks, and then he gets called to Mexico, and I think it's like his father is in charge of something over there, and so he goes over and then he sees the
is his father a Don in that one?
Yeah, he's a Don. Yeah,
that's normally how they do it. They always have his father, and his father either dies and then he takes over, but he doesn't like what's going on. Like it's at least in some movies, he's never been witness to the shit that is going on until he like becomes Don Diego. Mm-hmm. When he's not Don, he's in Spain, so he's like being cultured, and then he comes home and he's like, "Oh, this sucks."
Yeah. Well, that's the cool thing. He comes in and he immediately falls. He is kind of a rich, foppish guy in that movie, but he also is like really good with the sword and just charming as all hell. So everybody that knows him when he comes to California / Mexico, doesn't realize that he's actually a very talented swordsman. And there's a great sword fight at the end between him and Basil Rathbone. It's lots of fun, but yeah, there is a lot of that foppish rich guy side. He actually, it's not Elena, it's Lolita that he's trying to seduce. They kind of fall in love with each other, but highly recommended. I'll just say.
All right,
it's good though. It's good. Yeah. This was a good cut.
Mm-hmm.
Quality stuff. Not too much fighting. More fighting with their minds. More mind fighting.
I'm so excited to dance. When's the dance gonna? They're gonna do electric
that's
slide.
Next one,
next
right?
time. Yep.
Cha-cha slide.
Yeah.
To the left. Cha-cha to the right.
Yeah.
Get your dancing shoes on, guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Because next time, Alejandro receives an invitation to sit at Montero's table where he's formally introduced to Captain Love. While Elena engages the Dons in conversation, Diego searches Montero's office looking for anything to give him an upper hand. Back on the dance floor, Alejandro and Elena captivate the crowd with their dazzling display. Montero invites Alejandro to his presentation to the Dons, where he reveals his plan to liberate California from Mexico using gold he'd secretly mined using prisoners apprehended by Captain Love. Take a flying leap into Cut 5 of The Mask of Zorro.
Clang, clang!
Oh, yeah.
We should probably say where we're going.
Yeah.
We do a Patreon. You should go listen to it. It's patreon.com/swordboys. It's $2 a month. It is the bonus content is the exact opposite of our schedule for Swordboys. So if you listen to this, next week you could have a TC Boo. And the week after that, you would have more Swordboys. So you could have Swordboys every week. All you have to do is pay $2.
Yep.
It's nothing. And then we also do a next time, which is always fun, where we decide what we're going to watch the next time on for our PC Boo. And that's always fun too, because there's this giant wheel that we allow to pick it, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah, and if you want like additional, like if you want augmented snippets of the podcast, you've just listened to our voices. If you want to see our faces with additional clips and stuff like that, follow us on social media. We're like everywhere. Just search for Sword Boys.
Yes.
You can't miss us. We're just not the Australian gang.
Right.
Other than that, that's us. All All right, cool.
Cool.
See you guys in 2 weeks.
See ya.
See you then.
Clang,
Clang,
clang.
clang.
Oh no, I'm gonna jump onto Rick's back. Oh, Rick, don't move out of the way, you bastard.